All right, folks, we've got a hell of a card. We're going to kick things off in the heavyweight division. Francis Cano versus Luis Enrique. 248. And his opponent, Francis Ngannou. 254. First fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, live on UFC Fight Pass. Francis Ngannou versus Luis Enrique. The next fight takes place in the welterweight division. Hayder Hassan versus Vicente Luque. 171. And his opponent, Hayder Hassan. 170. Hayder Hassan and Vicente Luque, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight also takes place in the welterweight division. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. 171 for Mr. Edwards. And his opponent, Kamaru Usman. 171 for Mr. Usman. Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman, ladies and gentlemen, live on UFC Fight Pass. Next fight takes place on FS1. We kick things off in the featherweight division. Cole Miller versus Jim Aller. 145. And his opponent, Cole Miller. 146 for Mr. Miller. All right, Jim Ehlers and Cole Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Next fight takes place in the lightweight division. Nick Lentz versus Danny Castillo. 158. And his opponent, Nick Lentz. 156 for Mr. Lentz. Danny Castillo and Nick Lentz, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the middleweight division. Josh Saman versus Tamdan McCrory. 185. And his opponent, Josh Saman. 186. Tamdan McCrory and Josh Saman, ladies and gentlemen. Next fight takes place in the women's bantamweight division. Sarah Kaufman versus Valentina Shlemenko. 134. And her opponent, Sarah Kaufman. 136. Valentina Shevchenko versus Sarah Kaufman. The next fight takes place in the middleweight division. C.B. Dalloway versus Nate Marquardt. 186 for Mr. Marquardt. And his opponent, C.B. Dalloway. 185.5 for the Doberman. Nate Marquardt and C.B. Dalloway, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the featherweight division. Charles Oliveira versus Miles Jury. 146 for Mr. Jury. And his opponent, Charles Oliveira. 150.5. Mr. Oliveira is well overweight. We may be having an issue with the scale. Miles Jury and Charles Oliveira, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now we kick things off in the main card live on Fox. First fight takes place in the women's strawweight division. Randa Marcos versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. 114.5 for Miss Kowalkiewicz. And her opponent, Randa Marcos. 116 for Miss Marcos. First fight on Fox, ladies and gentlemen, Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Randa Marcos. The next fight takes place in the lightweight division. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Johnson versus Nate Diaz. First up on the scale, Nate Diaz. 156 for Nate. And his opponent, Michael Johnson. 155.5 for Mr. Johnson. Nate Diaz and Michael Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the heavyweight division. Junior Dos Santos versus Alistair Overeem. 243 for the Reeve. And his opponent, the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Junior Dos Santos. $239 from Mr. Dos Santos. Heavyweight action, ladies and gentlemen. Alistair Overeem and Junior Dos Santos. Now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the challenger, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. 154.5 for the challenger. And his opponent, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Rafael dos Anjos. $154.5 for the champion. All right, I'm here with the challenger, Donald Cerrone. Donald, it's been a long time coming. The opportunity for you to fight for the UFC title, it's here. Tomorrow night's the night. Give us your thought on Dos Anjos and what tomorrow night means to you.
No, I can't wait, man. And New's going to be at the same, so that's all I got to say, and New.
Good luck to you tomorrow night, sir. Donald Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen. The champion, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a while since you've been able to defend your title. It's great to see you back healthy and to be able to face a top contender in Donald Cerrone. Give us your thoughts on this rematch and what, if anything, will be different about tomorrow night.
Man, I'm just happy to be here. No injury, my body's feel 100%. Can't wait to show the world that I'm the best, man. I come to stay.
Good luck to you, sir. The champion, Rafael dos Anjos. We will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you very much, everybody.